Hello everyone, I'm your host Boss Zombie. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. So now there's just one last station to check out. Bitter Springs. God, there's so many other side quests I don't have time to do in this playthrough. Probably haven't even done half. Well, I've probably done about half of them by the time I get to the end of this game. Alright. Do I cut through Bitter Springs? I don't remember it being that easy. I think it's like on a ridge on the other side of the mountains. Let's see. Oh, there it is. This is also super mutant country, I remember. There's a lot of super mutants and centaurs out if you keep going out to the east for whatever reason. Boy, you are dedicated to following me. What's your health look like? Oh wow, you didn't take any damage. Let me see something. Perks. She has Bonds of Steel. Companion gain. She has 4 damage threshold. I know for a fact the Enclave Power Armor, or Remnants, whatever, is 28, and the helmet has 4. So it's 4 and 4 is 8, and then plus 28, 36. So she has almost the same threshold as me. Wow. Eddie doesn't quite come up to par, but you know, he's Eddie. Actually, wait. My stuff still hasn't been taking much damage. Ulysses Duster could use a little repair. I know just who to bring it to. I'll do that right after this. Ranger Station, Delta. Or Bravo, I don't know why I said Delta. Can I get in? Can I get in? Excuse me, sir. Do you have time? Do you have a moment to talk about Jesus? God, this is actually well fortified. How do I get in? Let me in. How do I... How do? Oh, here we go. Well, you're obviously the CO.
What brings you to Ranger Station Bravo?
What do you do out here?
We're here to make sure the Legion doesn't try to sneak around Lake Mead and come at NCR from another direction.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Wow. Chatty Cathy over there. Nice mustache. Nice beard. Where's the comms officer? These are just dumpsters turned into... Wait, are you the... No. Oh, you are.
You're here to sell something. We don't want any.
Sergeant Ray sent me.
No problem. Hey, do me a favor when you get back to Reyes and tell her that we don't need any more damn ammo. Wouldn't mind more water, though.
Why don't you use your radio to fix your supply situation?
You think I haven't tried? Every time I do, Camp Golf acknowledges the situation. And soon after that, more ammo.
How are your water supplies right now?
We're not gonna die of thirst anytime soon, but I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Since you have extra, could I have some of that ammo?
It's not my call to make. You'd have to clear it with Ranger Erickson.
Let's talk about something else.
Alright?
What do you do out here?
This is the frontier of NCR territory, and we're the first line of defense. You won't find much in the way of civilization east of here. South of here is Camp Guardian, but they've been having radio trouble, so they've been silent for a while now.
Yeah, Camp Guardian got destroyed, I think, by Lake Lurks?
Careful out there.
But you'll have to play that on your own to find out. Can I get ammo?
Something up? You're not stationed here, but your rep with the NCR speaks for itself. It's mostly rifle rounds, but I'll throw in a few boxes of pistol ammo. I really shouldn't be doing this for you, but there's no way we're gonna use all of this or be able to carry it with us.
Cool.
Yep.
Not a lot of bullets there. Nope, neither are those. That's enough for maybe killing one person. Alright. Before I go back, let's go to Row. What is this? Oh, the Brotherhood of Steel safe house. I forgot I had access to that now. So I ended up with access to all the safe houses except for Caesar's, which is the only one I really wanted from the beginning, because it has a unique item. You still malnourished? Poor little calf. Raoul.
Oh, it's you. You need something repaired or something?
Can you repair some of my stuff?
You got the caps. I got the skills.
Raoul, in this game, there's actually a number of NPCs that have 100 repair skill, but Raoul is the easiest one to get to. God damn, that costs a lot to repair. That doesn't. That doesn't. Anything else? Pew, YCS. Okay. What does that put my threshold at? Still 37, but now my armor is better. More up to par. Okay, let's go back to Forlorn Hope. I feel like Dr. Evil when I pronounce that. Forlorn Laser. Okay. Yep. And
Hello.
Miss Ladyface.
Welcome back.
Every station except Charlie has been giving the new security codes. Charlie was wiped out.
The station's been silent for quite some time now. I guess this confirms what we've all feared. Thanks for letting me know. I'll switch over all radio broadcasts to the new encrypted channels. This ought to help us stay a step ahead of any spies. Before you go, I've got another job available.
What else did you need me to do?
We've received some disturbing reports from some of the ranger stations. Heavy casualties at Alpha, super mutant legionaries at Delta. The weirdest one has to be the Great Khans and their trained death claws at Foxtrot. These reports can't be accurate, can they? I know you've already been out there, but could you do me a solid and confirm these reports with the rangers who sent them in?
I'll investigate and let you know what I find out about those odd reports.
Thank you, and good luck.
Ah, headphones. Bye. Okay, the Delta's right up the way.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die.
What an asshole. Wow. Okay. Delta is right up here. To fall off a cliff again? God, that is the dam, huh? Soon enough. Soon enough. Where's the... Yeah, this is the base. Ranger face, where are you? He keeps walking away from the dam. Get over here.
Yeah?
That's it. You filed a report which says Legion super mutants wiped out an NCR patrol.
No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from a drunk trooper on the strip, but not from me. The Legion doesn't have super mutants. That patrol was wiped out by its own incompetence. A couple of the troopers were fooling around with a grenade when it went off.
Okay.
See you around.
And then... Alpha? Come on, game. Keep it together. Only a few episodes left. Let's not take the shit now. Where? There.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Boy, you really wander from your camp. Be careful. There's probably bad things over there.
Did you need something else?
Sergeant Ray sent me. She's curious about the high casualties at the station.
High casualties? We've had one broken ankle, but nobody at this post has died.
Ray's information says otherwise.
Any injury, illness, or death gets radioed to Ranger HQ at Camp Golf. Chief Hanlon and his aides compile the reports and assign reinforcements as needed. And they're not needed here.
How could Reyes have been wrong?
There are other Ranger posts around. Reyes might have mixed up the report.
Let's talk about something else.
Reyes got the numbers wrong. Not much more to it than that.
Okay, goodbye.
So long.
And then last is Foxtrot. where's the comm office? Oh no, it's not the comm officer. I'm looking for the CO. And
Yeah?
oh yeah, Link told me your story.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. There was a lot of talk about expelling her from the Rangers, especially once the gambling and drinking started. Being posted here is her second and last chance, and so far, I'm not impressed. Link's jumpy all the time, and the others are sick of it.
I need to confirm your report about Grey Cons with trained death claws.
You must be mistaken. I haven't filed any report like that. Trained death claws? I would have remembered that. If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of crap. I won't have my name attached to a clerical error.
Okay.
Be careful out there.
Misinformation. What? This Cazador's on the other side of this mountain too? God. Clouds look so shitty in this game. Alright. I go back. This might require the most traveling of any of the quests I've done so far in this game. Just back and forth, I mean, not physical foot work. Okay, Reyes.
Welcome back.
Rangers' versions of the reports they sent to Camp Golf don't match what you received.
I knew it. Every one of the false reports was signed off by Chief Hanlon at Camp Golf. But why would the Chief manipulate the reports? I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and confront him with it. I don't want to make this public unless we have to.
Okay.
Bye.
Excuse me. Now we go to Golf, and we speak with Chief Hanlon, who probably is one of the most respectable people in the NCR, to be honest. It goes neutral, accepted, liked, idolized? Is that how reputation goes in this game? Because I've been teetering on accepted for a while. Unless there's a rank I'm missing. How does my rep look? Idolized, liked, and liked. I know the chief is like up on a balcony. Maybe that's only during the day. So this used to be a resort. Oh, another ranger. Yes. At a certain point in the game, I guess once you kill House, the rangers show up.
You got my respect.
Hey, thanks.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
There are two weapons rangers are famous for using. It's the Ranger Sequoia, which is a very fancy and powerful revolver, which that's one right there. It even has a bear engraved on the handle. And the anti-material rifles, those are basically their signature weapons.
We got ourselves a little Ranger family reunion now. Time's right for a feud.
Why do they keep saying that? Unless they mean a feud against someone and not amongst themselves. Hanlon. Nope. It's not Chief Hanlon in here. Is he upstairs? Alright, this was a house resort at one point. What the hell is Hanlon?
Evening.
Oh, cool. It says he's right beneath me. What the hell? Where is he? Is this a 3-story building? I don't think it is. Let's see. Oh wow, look at all those quartzes.
Evening.
Where the hell? Do I have to go through here? No? Maybe I have to go and then the stairs in the back that go back down? Nope. Oh, see, that was a ranger with an anti-material rifle. No. No. Oh, wait. There we go.
I'm occupied at the moment.
Oh, you making me wait. Fine. Skip to 8 a.m. So the old man can get some shut-eye. That's rude. I don't know why I said that. I said on the balcony. Oh, yeah.
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up. But it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you?
I'm investigating some intel problems for Technical Sergeant Reyes.
Interesting that she would wrangle someone else into sorting out the problem. But I suppose you're in the right place. A lot of intel comes through here.
You know anything about the problems?
I don't know Technical Sergeant Reyes, but coordinating intel can be messy sometimes. Things get mixed up, people get confused. Heck, I get confused, and I've been doing this for a long time now. What he or she sees as a problem might be standard operating procedure. That's not to say Reyes is wrong for being concerned, but it's easy for the sand to get in your eyes out here.
Yeah, you mean any advice?
Well, the logical thing to do is to check with the patrol rangers and comm officers. Don't be too discouraged if some things don't match up. Different people see different things, and sometimes the meaning gets twisted, lost in static from person to person.
How do you coordinate the intel?
It's a simple system when it works. Patrol rangers radio intel to ranger stations. Comm rangers send the intel up the station chain until it reaches Camp Gulf. Then I or one of the other rangers on duty organize the data, evaluate it, and send information to camps or troopers in the field.
Why don't the ranger stations send the intel directly to the troopers?
Comm rangers might have an incomplete picture of the situation. There's a lot going on out there. Intel needs to be coordinated through Gulf so we can verify and advise appropriately. Troopers have enough to deal with. We don't want them questioning their intel.
Talk about something else.
Shoot.
I know you're the one who's been manipulating intelligence data. Tell me about yourself. Yeah, tell me about yourself.
Folks around here call me the chief, but handling's just fine. The Rangers run themselves pretty well, but I try to lend a hand. Mostly administrative work, helping coordinate intel on the radio. That and keeping an eye on the fires growing across the water.
Fires?
Legion fires. They burn high wherever the Legion goes. Caesar's a hard man to figure out, but he always wants you to know when more troops are at your front door.
Talk about something else. What do you know about Caesar?
The best of the best, the worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers of the apocalypse. Like a lot of the followers, he went out in the wilderness with a partner to try to help those who needed helping. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be. Except with books and medicine instead of guns.
Where did he go?
Out to the Grand Canyon. He met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of Joshua Graham. Graham helped translate for the followers and the tribes. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still at war with every other tribe in the Southwest.
How did a follower wind up becoming Caesar?
Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots, or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, they needed him. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. And that's where Graham stayed until Hoover Dam.
What happened to Graham after Hoover? This is actually really good. He gives you a lot of the core story information.
Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning, but he had to set an example. The Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went.
That was the end of Graham?
It's not that clear cut. You have to understand, Graham was the toughest son of a gun anyone around these parts had ever seen. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from Rangers and 1st Recon sharpshooters who tried to take him out. Some folks think he's still alive. Call him the Burned Man.
Are the Blackfoots part of the Legion?
Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't exist anymore. Just like any other tribe that gets swallowed by the Legion. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos, breaks up families, forces mixed breeding so all the old loyalties die away. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Caesar is the chief, father, and god, all rolled into one.
That's something else. How's the NCR doing?
Mojave Outpost sent word through the stations. The Rangers coming up from Baja moved through Dayglow a week ago. Some of the patrol rangers have reported that Oliver's power armor heavy troopers are starting to reinforce the front lines. Wish they got here a bit earlier, but that's a Senate for you.
What do the new Rangers mean for NCR?
The Baja Rangers can do more advanced night scouting and sharpshooting to assist the troopers. Ranger combat helmets are old pre-war gear. They have built-in low-light optics. Makes a big difference.
Tell me about the heavy troopers.
They have the best equipment the NCR can get its hands on. Power armor salvaged from our war with the Brotherhood. Techs strip out the joint servos so you don't need special training to wear it. It feels like you're carrying a Brahmin on your back, but it can take a heck of a lot of punishment.
Something else.
Shoot.
Don't want it. What's Legion been up to?
Word is that the Legion's old-timers have shown up. Caesar's veterans from the Red Okie Centuria and what was the Painted Rock tribe. They're the best of the best and the baddest of the bad. Short of a Centurion or Praetorian, they don't come any tougher. You come across a pack of them, weigh your options carefully.
What makes the veterans so tough?
Take a regular legionary and age him 10 years. Whatever they lose to age, they make up for with experience. Life expectancy isn't long in the Legion. You live 10 years in Caesar's army, you're forced to be reckoned with.
Tell me about Centurions.
There's no real equivalent to them in the NCR. Centurions are battle-born elite officers who earn their rank with blood and sweat. They wear special outfits, too, pieced together from the armor of all their defeated enemies. Good commanders, tough opponents.
Who are the Praetorians?
Caesar's elite guard. They travel with him wherever he goes. A bit of insurance in case any of his guests get funny ideas. They aren't the toughest legionaries, but they're the most devoted to Caesar. They believe in everything the Legion stands for.
Something else.
Shoot.
God, he's a lot to add to the story. Tell me about the Rangers.
I could tell you a lot if you had the time. But at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know?
Any good stories to tell?
Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want to hear about Hoover Dam and Boulder City, but it's a long story. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger rangers.
There must be something good the Rangers have done that you're proud of.
It's kind of a long one, but all right. About 25 years ago, a group of NCR settlers pushed way south into Baja. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Called it Rattletail.
Okay.
Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost one woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with .308 rifles crouched behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders, aren't even heavily armed. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit. They had planted an NCR flag over the well. They would not budge until every last one of them was laid out dead and cold. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. I made up some cockamamie name for them and everything. The men looked at each other, looked at us, and asked me what we were going to do about it. Shoot.
Oh, shit. No. Ah. Fuck. I'm guessing you evacuated them. Whatever.
In big battles,
I was playing
Caesar
with the D-pad.
deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks. Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate, he wasn't so flexible. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book. But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We had packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham.
Something else. Okay. I know you're the one who's been manipulating intelligence data.
Hold on. If we're gonna have this conversation, let's go somewhere more private. Don't worry, not much bite left in this old dog.
Come on. Oh, is he already in his office? That was fast.
Hello.
Sorting and manipulating intelligence is what I do. It's what Rangers are supposed to do. This job isn't all gunfighting and gulping shots of whiskey, no matter what the boys and ladies out there say.
But you're inventing your own intelligence reports. I've seen the logs and talked to the Rangers.
You have you? Misdirection. When you're pinned down, outnumbered, and 2 days from any help, it's just about the best friend you can have. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. It's what saved us at Hoover Dam. But it's been 5 years now, and Caesar's right across that lake. He's closer now than he ever was before. I was a young man once. I know what it's like to want to fight for your home. But this isn't it.
Aren't you fighting for the people of New Vegas?
We're fighting on their behalf, but Mr. House and the families are stringing us up inch by inch. They'll drain us dry while we fight and die over this dam. We offered them sanctuary in NCR territory before, but they won't listen. Troopers and Rangers have been dying here for more than 5 years while the families sit pretty behind that damn wall.
Why'd you do it?
It's never gonna end. This fight with Caesar. People back home don't know what these young men and women are in for. The Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. But we can't stop Caesar here. Not without getting a lot of good people killed. More than anyone cares to count up. But even if we do stop him, I don't see how we're ever going to be able to pull out.
And how does spreading false intel help anything?
People back home don't listen. They don't care. Senators, Brahmin barons, folks who are just trying to make it from day to day. It's been so many years that people forget about it. Conscription brings in fresh troops that die here every month, like it's routine. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Are we gonna send the NCR's men and women to die here for another 5 years? 10? Patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? Holding this dam, it'll be the death of us.
What does that accomplish?
Creating fear and instability among the troopers without causing harm. It's the only thing I could think of to shake things up. It took some people getting killed to realize I'd gone too far. I had to stop.
What do you think I should do about this?
First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. But that might not be the best play, all things considered. Even if your heart's in the right place, I reckon it might do a lot more harm than good.
What will you do if I don't turn you in?
Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. I said I wanted us on the ridge. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. We don't have enough firepower to hold that spot. If the troopers fall back, and they will, the Rangers will advance to cover Oliver's retreat. We lose the dam. Oliver and the center are ruined.
What about you and the Rangers? Caesar's dead. Legion can't hold itself together for 5 years, much less 10.
It's a gamble either way. Even with Caesar gone, we still might not outlast the Legion. I suppose that's a risk I'll have to take. For our sake, I hope you're right. I guess that I should thank you for bringing me to my senses. So, thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna walk out that door and pretend we never had this talk.
That's it. It's actually a little challenging to do that. Where's Eddie and Veronica? It's a little challenging to do that quest without Hanlon committing suicide at the end. Because he feels guilty. It's a whole big thing. But killing Caesar's one way, and I think you can pass a bunch of speech checks or use something to convince him. Either way, it's done. So that's the end of all the side quests that are relevant to the story and the ending. So, thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll begin the final approach to the end of the game. But until then, bye.